be talking about my TBR challenge. I talked briefly about this in my 2018 goals, and I kind of wanted to create a video that explains it more in detail and then launches the first video for the series. So basically, if you have not checked out my goals, I have an embarrassing amount of books on my TBR, and I will say the number a little later in this video, so if you're interested in learning about how much of the books I haven't read yet, stay tuned for that. But because of that, my main focus this year is to really read a lot of the books that I have on my TBR and try to not buy any more books to add to that number. So for this, I decided to create a kind of challenge for myself that will make sure that I'm reading the books on my TBR and not going out and buying new books. So I kind of modeled this challenge after Books and Lala's unhaul videos that she created last year, and also the book Olive has kind of like a similar thing where she picks like a book from her TBR every month to read. So mine is going to be kind of similar to those two. I will put links of their videos if they have like a playlist or something down below as well, so you can check out those because they're both really cool, and I like the style, so I'm gonna do something similar. So essentially my goal is to read 1 to 2 books on my TBR every month, which shouldn't be hard because I'm not going to be really buying any new books. So I'm going to be trying to read a lot more ARCs and request a lot more books on NetGalley, so there should be a good mix of like really current reads and also books that are on my TBR. And this is just going to encourage me to pick up the books that I don't necessarily feel like I want to pick up right then and there. So here's how the process is going to work. So I have a total of 274 books on my TBR that I have not read. That includes ebooks, books on my shelves, anything from fiction to nonfiction to writing books to literary magazines that I have not read. So I will use a random number generator to pick out 3 books from that list. And my goal will be to read at least 2 books from that list. If I don't read at least one of the books, I will have to unhaul a book from my TBR. I'm not sure if I'm going to just restrict it to the 3 books that I randomly generated or for my entire TBR. I think it would be more challenging to limit it to just the 3 books that I randomly generated. So I think I might do that because the more challenging, the more motivation I will have to actually read these books. So yeah, let's go with that. So if I don't read at least one of the books, I will have to unhaul one of the books from the 3 that I randomly generated that month. And for every 4 books that I read on the ones that I randomly generate, I can purchase 1 book because those will be 4 books that I unhauled, and for every 4 books that I unhaul, I can buy 1 book. So that's the kind of goals for this TBR challenge. It's pretty simple, and I think from now on I'm going to put the random drawing of the books in my wrap-up for the previous month because I don't really do TBRs. I might make a separate video depending on how long it gets, we'll see. But for today, I'm just going to draw out January's list of books. And also, if it hits on a 2nd or 3rd book in a series that I haven't started yet, I will just have to start with the first book in the series and not have to go through the entire series. So that's how I'm going to do that. So the first number that I randomly generated was 142, and the book that correlates with that number is The Voyage of the Basilisk by Marie Brennan. I have read The Natural History of Dragons, but I haven't read the 2nd book, so I'm going to read that one instead, which is The Tropic of Serpents, I believe. So I'm going to read that one. I was kind of disappointed by the first book in this series, so that's why I haven't really continued on with the series, but I really enjoy dragons. Like, I'm obsessed with the dragons and dinosaurs, so I want to like this series, so hopefully I will enjoy the 2nd book. The next number is 108, and the book that correlates with this number is The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. And I'm kind of excited to read this one. I forgot I even had this on my TBR, so that's pretty shocking. But yeah, I'm excited to see if I can get to this one. I really am interested in this book, and I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I feel like I could get to it. It is kind of long, and I do have a lot of arcs that I need to read this month, so we will see. But yeah, that sounds like a good one to read this month. So the last number is 229, and this correlates with the book The Hideous Strength by S.C. Lewis. And this is the third book in his like space trilogy. So I have not read the first two books. I guess I have to read the first book, which is called The Silent Planet. And this is a pretty tiny book, but I had tried to start it a while ago and it was very dense, so I'm kind of nervous. But it is short. It's like, I think it's less than 200 pages. So those are the 3 books that I will be challenged to read in January. I need to get through at least one of them not to lose any of these books. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And maybe in the next couple of months, if I find this to be too easy of a challenge, I might increase it to I have to read 2 books to not get rid of a book, or read all of them to not get rid of any of them. So yeah, this might increase. I just want to see how I start off and see, because I don't read a ton of books every month, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!